Hey, Roundtable listeners, we're looking to get some sponsors for the show, so if you want to help us out, go to surveymonkey.com/s/Holdenators. That's surveymonkey.com/s/Holdenators. And you can help us out by just giving us some of your information, and we can take to some potential sponsors. Now, on with the Roundtable.
The Roundtable.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen. Gentlemen of the Roundtable.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
This is mic check.
I love the meows.
Yeah, everyone's good, I think.
Meow mix.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Who's praying? I'm praying,
You
right?
are.
Praying, Eddie.
Yeah.
Wish I would prepare. We got to start notifying each other when we're praying.
It's funny when you're off the cuff.
Ed,
It
you're
is.
praying.
You're praying,
you.
Eddie. Do we need to get the energy up?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay.
In the name of the Father and of the Son.
Yes.
I am closing my eyes right now. I'm ready for this.
And the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Black Jesus. What up, dog? How you doing, man?
Oh my God, that's how you're talking to Black Jesus, you dumb white fuck.
Yeah, man, what's up? How you doing? Hope everything's okay. Hope no one's gonna fucking shoot you, and just, worried about you, and I hope everything works out for you, Black Jesus.
Wow. Already moved to white Jesus.
Great, Eddie.
You
I mean,
said-
I'm not used to this. I've never done this before. I've never
Prayed?
prayed to Black Jesus.
How stoned are you right now, Ed?
Enough.
Okay.
And Black Jesus, keep coming out with those great Kendrick Lamar records.
Nice. You sound
That's
like
Kendrick Lamar. It's not Black Jesus doing that. There's a person behind those records.
Yeah,
Kendrick
Black
Lamar.
Jesus. Adios, brother.
All right, kind of a Mexican Jesus.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I'm white again.
Wow, man, because really, by the way you were sounding just then, you changed colors, dog.
I know.
You really
it's fucking-
did.
I'm quite the fucking
I
chameleon.
would love to see you go through a church, like when they need a pastor and they're getting interim pastors, and then you just give a 45-minute lecture on nonsense like that.
I'd
That'd
do
be
it if I
great.
was a little more evil.
Welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen, everybody. It's a round table full of gentlemen, I guess. All right, so who's around here? Jackie Zebrowski's not here because she's having a relationship day with her boyfriend to maintain that love. So filling in for her is Amber Nelson.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you, aliens. I know this is going to get to you in 50 years, so I'll be long and dead, but this captures my spirit, right?
It ain't bad. Aliens love to hear your voice. Eddie, you're here.
Yes, I'll be dead, but not long.
No, not 50 years. Yeah. Give you 5 days tops. Holden? No. Okay. Can we edit Holden out for this episode?
What's up, Black Jesus aliens? Where my dogs at, you sins?
Do you pretend to be like the moron from Eastbound and Down?
Are you ready to rumble, Kissel? We're going to get crazy tonight, man. Ooh,
Yeah?
man, I wish I was in the room with you late last night, though. I have a feeling Kissel got some pussy.
I never have and I never will. Kevin Barnett's not here. He's at a wedding in Florida, so replacing him.
His brother's wedding.
his brother-
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly, very excited to see our guest today. Rarely am I excited to see the guest all the way from Los Angeles. We've known each other for absolutely...
And
what do you
Kevin's
think?
definitely not going to be here?
Kevin's not going to be here.
Okay.
We've known each other for years. Danny Solomon is with us.
Yeah.
White Kevin Barnett.
White
Yeah.
Kevin Barnett.
Welcome back, buddy. Danny was on the first... We were our second guest, I think?
I think so.
Or our third guest? something like that?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, way long ago.
back in the prehistoric days of this podcast.
Yeah, back
Yep.
in the basement.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's fucking
When you guys
scary.
were relegated to a basement instead of a room that looks like a basement.
I think this is still a basement. It's just a bigger basement.
Yeah.
How's L.A., Dan?
Oh, it's the best. And if you say one bad word about LA, you're blacklisted. So it's the best.
Good thing we were recording earlier.
You watched that Scientology documentary?
I did. I loved it. And I actually live right next to the Scientology building.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Is it creepy? Is there a presence?
Well, I didn't really know enough about it. I knew it was weird weird, but they all like just kind of mill around. This is the blue building, by the way. There are two buildings.
Right,
a lot
that
of people,
big scary blue one.
Yeah, a lot of
it's
people ask
fucking
me about
huge.
the one by the UCB. That one is actually the Celebrity Center, and that's where all the celebs hang out. And this blue one, the big one, is like the prison.
Yeah, that's
where
where
you
they
find
keep
out
the people.
That's
Yeah.
the RPF. That's the Rehabilitation Project Force building.
And that's in Los Feliz.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like, Los Feliz, East Hollywood. It's, we could get way more specific about the parts of L.A.
Have you thought about joining?
I don't think those guys look cool enough to get me. If they had one guy who came out just to be like, look, I know this is all bullshit, man,
Right.
but like, let's talk about it anyway.
Not one skateboarder in the bunch.
No, there's like, they all look like dorks. And
Is it more?
Cruise?
But it's definitely more prominent in
Yeah.
L.A., right? When
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're in
Oh,
North-
yeah, they take
do they-
over out
Right,
there, man.
right.
It's fucking insane walking
Yeah.
around. Everything's Scientology.
Is it Mormon-like? Is it Jehovah's
it's-
Witness-esque? What's the feel?
It's more chaos. It's scarier. It's more,
Yeah.
you know there's something dark going on in there.
But they only came out with all this stuff when the book Going Clear came out. That like, and people were like writing letters about it. But in the documentary, people only started seemingly to talk about it in like 2004, 2005. So all the shit that was going on before then, like everybody thought they were just normal. And I wonder what it was like to live near there then. Like
creepy.
people are still, after the documentary came out, still going up and talking to these Scientology guys and like getting recruited.
Well, yeah, of course.
How do you still
how do
feel like
people
doing
still
it?
Join ISIS.
Most
you
people
know?
don't
Right,
have
right.
HBO.
Because ISIS rules, Ed.
I mean, ISIS is doing a pretty kick-ass job of recruitment. I understand why people want to go join them, not for their political reasons, because they feel disenfranchised when you're in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Cool as
ISIS.
Cool as ISIS.
It's like Jonestown, you know?
Right.
Jonestown, they
Oh,
were just
yeah.
very liberal. Everybody thought they were just so liberal, and it was all about civil rights and stuff, you know, before the Kool-Aid and the mass suicide.
It's a bait
Right.
and switch. There's like a guy who looks pretty cool, and there's a system that seems like you could get into it, and then one day they're like, oh, and also I'm Jesus and stuff, and then you're like, I guess I'm still on board.
All these
Very
differences.
cool.
Like Brian
So-
Jones or whatever looked like
Jim
kinda-
Jones.
Jim Jones.
Brian
sorry.
Jones was in the Rolling Stones.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Jim Jones kind of looked Elvis-y, kind of looked friendly. Like L. Ron Hubbard looks devilish.
Yeah.
He's got that like that red hair. He's got sharp vampire teeth.
And it's funny, you say
creepy
devilish,
eyebrows.
you say devilish, and I immediately think of eggs. And he looks like an egg.
He's like Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, my God.
yeah, Dr.
Henry.
Robotnik.
Dr.
Yeah,
Robotnik.
he
And
does look
Henry.
a little bit like Dr. Robotnik.
Henry
with no
would
mustache.
be good at being the leader of Scientology.
Yes,
Henry
he
Zebrowski?
would.
Yeah, we
Well,
should
they
make
want
him
to
a-
recruit
a
him, but then
Ron
Henry
Hubbard.
starts talking, and the Scientology people are like, "You're crazy," and he's like, "Come be friends with me." So Henry has a different kind of repellent.
Didn't you have an experience with like outside the Scientology building?
Well, I've been doing this on stage, so I didn't want to try to like casually bring it up.
Is
but
it
the
real?
thing that happened, it's a slight exaggeration of something that happened. As
All
a
right,
stage
well, we
thing.
do that on here.
But the story that the way it worked was that
Don't
that
make
I-
it too bitty.
All right. Well, the way it really went down isn't as fun. But there's this one guy who
Danny,
I
I understand that you had a bit of a run-in with this.
All right.
What you guys say? Well, Scientology was it?
So thank you very much, Byron.
That's great.
What happened was
$300 million, by the way, Byron Allen.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
how
Byron
much it's
Allen's
worth?
super rich. Yeah,
Oh,
Byron Allen crushes.
a game that I started playing with a bunch of people in LA, which I guess is pretty and could be anywhere. I don't even know why I threw that part of it in there. But is you can go to celebritynetworth.com.
Yeah.
Anytime you want, look up like pretty much anybody. They've got a lot of weird celebrities you wouldn't expect are on there.
Yeah.
And just like guess how much people are worth, and then
Well,
look them up.
I heard you moved out to Los Angeles, and you have a real specific Scientology story.
So what happened was, and this is the fake story.
Make
I
it
was,
bitty.
I was walking by this
Less
guy,
bitty.
and he was like, he was doing like work. He was like pulling up the weeds or whatever. I walked by him. And I guess I must have given him a look like, I feel sorry for you. I've seen Going Clear. And I guess they've been trained to deal with that stuff. But what this guy did, he looked at me and he goes, help me. And then I paused.
Okay, is that real?
What happened was he looked at me and he was like, gave me like a what the fuck kind of look. Like,
Wow.
fuck you kind of look. But the help me part seemed like he kind of had this look in his eyes like, I know what you're thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he goes, nah, I'm just fucking with you. Which seemed pretty funny if he had said,
Yes.
help me, that's more poignant.
Right,
But you know how,
right.
like, when you do a bit, you felt something in the moment
Right.
that you can't translate if you actually tell the real story.
Right. Right,
So
right,
that's
right.
so I've made it more clear that that's what we both were going
pun
through.
intended.
Yeah.
And Eddie, now you had a funny situation when you were driving through Tennessee without a seatbelt.
Oh my God, do I ever?
I love that
It was
joke.
me and a bear.
Yeah. Isn't that
We were
so?
fucking looking for honey.
Oh, isn't that?
Yeah, and then
Look at that.
when we got it, we found it, and honey was his wife.
Look at that. Look at
We
that.
fucking tag team that big bear bitch.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Amber, you were at Six Flags recently, weren't you? You were swimming in some random pond.
Fuck yeah. Pond and Six Flags. That's their new ride. It's called Ebola.
Look at that. Look
My
at that.
grandmother was on her deathbed.
No, I did not pre.
She asked me to lay next to her and
Right.
just hold her.
We don't pre-screen. We did not pre-screen that one.
And we cried together in her final moments.
Yeah?
And she whispered in my ear, pull the cord. And I did.
Okay, hold on.
What was the cord?
No, I heard you had some fun times with your grandmother.
I was molested when I was 8.
Okay, that's a different story than
I thought you were
prompted.
gonna say you pulled the cord, and then as she was dying, she quickly molested you.
When I was 8 years old, my grandmother was dying. She screamed, pull the cord. And I did. And then everyone at the same time, molested me.
Was the cord your dopey cock?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But if
There are
that's
only
your,
2 ways to go with that.
two ways. If that's your dying wish, like what if it's like a kid's dying or like an older person's dying, like I get one wish, I want to molest a boy.
Yeah.
Is that legal or would it?
No, it's still illegal, but you
No.
die, so you avoid any sort of punishment or consequence. Yeah.
You can just dress up, a man like a boy.
Right.
Do we give them the virtual reality boy sex
Oh,
when it
God.
becomes available?
What a
say
great
yes.
idea.
Virtual-
If Oculus Rift made, like, fuck a little boy.
Fuck a little boy so they get to does it make the problem better or does it make the problem worse?
I think it makes it better. I think they get the guys who are on edge, who are on the fence.
Yeah.
This is going to help them not do it.
You get
100%.
a pocket pussy, but instead it's shaped like a fucking little boy's asshole. I'm sorry, it is. Ben, what do you
And Holden, how much you selling these for?
$25,000 a pop.
$25,000.
kinda
Well, that's
like
a steal at any butthole price.
It's like making weed legal or something.
Yeah.
You know? The government can tax it.
Yeah. The guy who invents that can set the price. It can be anything you want.
Anything. I've got your little boy asshole and the virtual reality video and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
I feel like the guy would want like Jello snacks or something. Like 18 pudding strips
Yeah.
or something
It's
weird,
not like
weird
you go
like
to the
that.
grocery store and you like pick up like some ground beef and some cheese whiz and like, oh, let me get this like little boy anus.
Well, you could
Little boy
shape those
butthole.
two things into a little boy's asshole.
Well, you can shave anything into a little boy's butt, but we're not here to talk about that.
It's voiced by Nancy Cartwright,
Nancy Cartwright, who's that?
the voice of
Simpson.
Bart Simpson.
Oh,
Do
is
they
that right?
molest more or less if we give them the Oculus?
Well, my
little
brother
boy
actually
sex?
wrote his master's paper on this about about child porn and pedophilia, and
Is this pedophile corner?
well, I guess we
Welcome
can
to
bring that back.
Don't touch me, don't touch me.
Go ahead, Ben. What were you saying?
It's kind of funny. I didn't miss it. I didn't miss the corner. I actually never really liked that segment on this show. I don't like a lot of the segments
So
on this
Ben,
show.
you have the technology. You're finally able to fuck a fake little boy asshole and watch the porn. Does it make you want to molest more, or does it make you not
the
want to molest
theory-
at all and just enjoy that for the
The
rest of your life?
theory is that you molest less because you're getting off, in this, I suppose, in your situation, a fake boy's butthole.
Well, there is
but
a guy
in reality,
that is...
I think it actually increases it, and the more you ejaculate, the more cum your body makes, and the more you want to have sex, which is one of those bizarre ironies.
Well, there is actually a man who is making child sex dolls.
Yeah, that was in Japan, right?
Yeah, there's in Japan. If you look at the
There's
screen,
a story. It was all over the news.
Why is Japan such a free
Hey,
There they
the
are.
screen.
Oh,
She's not that young.
Well, she's 33
Yeah, what are
in
we saying
Japanese.
here? She's probably lying about being 18, but she's what, like 15 or
She's
something?
a doll.
13 or 14. If
yeah,
it's a person.
that's what they say is that it's supposed to be 12 to 14.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so you can't make an infant to fuck.
She
Yeah.
could play 20.
Yeah, and it comes with a removable silicone genital insert.
Oh, does that mean you can put a dick on her?
You could if you wanted to.
Put a dick on it.
Yeah, and there's
things with it.
Place your dick on it.
Yeah, and there's another guy named Buck Dobson that's making a white version. That's his little.
That's
so creepy.
You know what the
whole
problem
thing.
is? We didn't mind the Japanese one as much because we're deep down we're racist.
This is the next Chucky movie.
The child love doll. I'll tell you one
It
thing.
takes down pedophiles.
Chucky,
sex toy
if you
that- toy
can
that
make
comes to
Chucky's
life.
the good guy.
exactly, he's finally a good guy.
That would be amazing.
He goes undercover.
If you're out there,
Incredible.
for the fans listening, somebody please create some sort of
It's
art.
mine. Copyright.
Yeah.
Oh, you're copywriting it?
Yeah.
Is that how it works? You just scream copyright, and then it's now
I don't
yours.
know. I hope so.
And I've got
Eddie's got a lot of things copyright.
Apple's computers, copyright.
You call it fuck Chucky.
Yeah.
Or fucky.
Yeah.
and I've got
Holy
some
Lord.
friends in LA I'd like to introduce you to.
Yeah. Are they all
Once
working
you
in the
get the
garden?
pitch together.
Yeah.
I knew you went out there for a reason, man.
It's great. Well, welcome back, Danny.
Dude, is this a record for how long we've gone without talking about a news story?
We just talked about a news story.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
But still, it was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you know what? The first news story, pedophile.
Yeah,
All right. There we go. All
bled
right.
into the conversation already.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcus, it's time for a news story from you.
Pedophile corner.
I don't want to do pedophile corner. That's an orangutan.
The orangutans are at the circus too, Ben.
Yeah, well, pedophiles. Well, I guess pedophiles are there too.
Cotton candy. Get your cotton candy
Did
over
he just say
Wrong.
cotton candy?
Cotton candy?
cotton candy? Get
Cotton
your
candy. Did he say
here.
cotton candy?
Can I see your cock and give you some candy?
Candy. We're gonna get some cotton candy.
Danny told me to go buy some cotton candy.
See, isn't it good to get involved with it?
All right, very good.
Here's a news story. A convicted sex offender allegedly stole a school bus and tried to pick up a child at her home in Utah. Patrick James Fredrickson, 30, was arrested on Monday after Emery County Sheriff's Office received a report of a suspicious man driving a school bus. An investigation showed that Fredrickson, who is on parole, was working for a landscaping company in Huntington, Utah, when he walked off the job and stole a school bus. After stealing the school bus and using a list he found in the bus containing names and directions, Fredrickson attempted to pick up one child at her home and was asking for directions to a second child's home. He faces multiple charges, including theft of a vehicle and attempted child kidnapping. His prior convictions include unlawful sexual activity with a minor, impersonating a police officer, forgery, theft, possession of an altered prescription, and criminal mischief.
That's something.
He thinks outside the box, though.
Yeah.
He stole a school. I mean, it's pretty.
What do kids go in? A school
Yeah,
bus.
exactly.
So
You
he
know,
literally stole the thing that they like
so
to
much
enter.
better than a van.
Yeah.
And he impersonated a cop. He's a check forger. He's got all these things going on. I feel like his genius is wasted on being a pedophile.
It's sort of like that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, Catch Me If You Can, but of
Catch
course
me
they
if you
can.
can. The British version.
Yes, Catch
Catch me
You
if I come.
Can. Right.
Cotton candy.
And he's in a school bus, so he's easy to catch.
That's great. I like criminal mischief. It sounds like David Blaine robbed a bank. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely. So the man's a pedophile. He drove a bus all around trying to get the kids, but he didn't do a very good job of it.
How can we use this guy for good? I mean,
No
he's
way.
obviously innovative.
Yeah.
Turn him on other pedophiles. Someone Dexter it.
Ooh. Is there a pedophile Dexter who's going out there and blowing pedophiles against their will? That would be a great idea.
Well, he'd have
Rape
to be
the
dressed
rapist.
up like a little boy or
No, an old man.
Ooh, yeah. So they really hate it. You got to rape the rapist. You got to pedophile the pedophile.
I actually think this was a Dan St. Germain, Henry Zebrowski sketch.
Oh, it was.
100% sure. of
No,
that.
it certainly was.
Oh, Dan St. Germain and Henry Zebrowski made a YouTube video a little bit while back there. It was parodied of The Wrestler. And I'll tell you one thing.
Not that one.
No,
there
not
was
that
a-
one.
Danny
It was
was
a
in that
Dexter
one.
one.
It was a Dexter one.
That was great.
You can't tell those two apart.
Dan and Henry?
Dan and Henry. Holy Lord.
very same looking. Yeah.
Holy crap. Different personalities, though.
Yeah.
One's sadder than the other, but you can make that choice for yourself.
Listeners at home, write in with your guess as to who's
No
the
one,
saddest.
no one has made plans and canceled with me more than Dan St. Germain.
Well, you got to remember you made him. Nonetheless, Dan's a great guy and a great comic, and we'd love to have him on whenever he's around.
Is that true?
Yeah, I love Dan. I talk to Dan all the time. I love Dan. I love everybody. They're all welcome. Anyway, so you're in Los Angeles. I heard you had a Scientology story.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a great one. And 100% true.
Yeah.
I walked by this guy.
Don't make it too bitty.
All right. I walked in front of this guy. He was in front of the Scientology building. Turns out he's John Travolta. Starts sucking my dick.
Oh, my God.
Wow, he skipped past the massage.
No, the whole
Look
thing was
at-
just he immediately sucks your dick.
Wow.
That's why he's so famous.
That's something. Well, Los Angeles it's just a different place. It's fun land.
A lot of parts of it have Mexican names.
Isn't that fun?
Los Feliz, Bernagondo,
Berganda, yeah. Santa Barbara.
Santa Baribo,
Baribo. Yeah.
Carlos.
Carlos,
Taco Hills.
Taco
I
Hills,
love Taco Hills.
Fernando,
Yeah.
Valley,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Brown.
Isn't that something?
La Puerta.
Yeah. A bunch of different names that you could say. I love it.
Is Travolta sucking your dick a meter reading?
Yeah,
How stressed are you?
it went on the way the rise side of the E-meter.
Tell me about your past.
I was super stressed out before he started sucking my dick, and then the moment he was done, I was no longer stressed out.
Thanks, Scientology.
Nice. If there was a church that you joined and your dick got sucked immediately, how big do you think that congregation would grow?
I don't know. It'd be fun.
Yeah, could be big. Could be big.
It'd get me to church. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
I think they might
heavily
reject you, Eddie. I think they might deny you.
That's fine.
Sucking Eddie's dick, getting through all that.
Chicks suck his dick all the time, man.
A
He's the
chick
dick
sucks his
suck
dick
king.
sometimes.
Hey, Ed, how many times have you gotten your dick sucked since I left New York?
Since you left New York?
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Well,
Count
since you
right
left
now.
New York,
Do you have
none.
a calculator the size of a room, Dan?
Subtract how many times you sucked his dick while you were here, and that's the number. 0. He hasn't gotten his dick sucked at all.
How is that possible or true?
I get my
Ed
dick
gets his,
sucked fine.
yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'd imagine you have no problem get your dick sucked.
Yes, well, right now it's wonderful. I have a very pretty girlfriend, and she sucks my dick constantly. And
Well,
it's
don't
very
talk about
nice.
her like that, Ed.
Well, why? That's nice.
She's beautiful. And
Yeah,
she has a good
I called her
personality.
beautiful.
And
Yeah.
she masturbates him and sucks on his cock.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a nice girl. She does that to
Okay.
Eddie.
Yeah.
All right. I'm celibate. I
She
don't know.
lets me do it to her.
Oh, Ben, I know you've been spanking a girl lately.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, she's been naughty.
No, she has not. And she doesn't exist, so I'm celibate. Culture in L.A. Have you seen, what's the difference between New York City and Los Angeles? I'm thinking about moving out there in 2017.
Well, hopefully by then the water will have run out and everybody's just fucking killing
It's
each
gonna
other.
turn into Mad Max.
It's
Bit of a
getting
water
crazy.
problem.
This is so
it real?
scary.
Yeah, of course, it's very real.
Okay,
By
so-
next year, they say we're going to be out of water.
So what do you, what as a citizen, what are the ramifications of the lack of water?
Gotta leave.
Yeah, it's going to turn into Mad Max probably.
Dust Bowl, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, they all moved to Maine. Maine's got shit ton of water.
Yeah, there's so much other water in the country, but like I guess they can't get it out to California easily. Or
Here's the thing of why I hate LA a bit is fuck LA is because you can use the seawater, but it's a lot of money, or
Right.
you can make Fast and Furious 7.
yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, I would
fuck
even
you, LA.
even on a
think
smaller
Fast and Furious,
scale,
you're on
I
the
could
fence.
start saving bottles of distilled water, or like big jugs to prepare for this.
Have you thought
But
about doing that?
I get stoned every night, so no. I get stoned and that's all I do.
If you were getting stoned, that's such a fun thing to do. Getting stoned,
I'm
distill
telling
water.
you, man. When the water runs out, you're not gonna want to be holding on all that water. You're gonna be because people are gonna they're gonna kill you for the water. You got to be a hunter. That's how you survive.
And I could
Get stoned and distill water.
I'll tell you what, camels hold water really good.
Cut one
That's
of them
actually
up.
a myth.
Yeah.
and you can eat camels.
Go to the zoo. That's right. As
Go
soon
to
as
the
they're
zoo,
go to the
steal
zoo,
a
cut up a
camel.
camel.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Grab that fucker by the lip and be like, "You come with me, camel."
I went to the LA Zoo with Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a jaguar.
Yeah.
So a camel is a California water fountain?
Big
Is that what we're
fucker
saying?
jaguar. That fucking jaguar. That jaguar was a big mean war fucker.
You're so dumb.
So who took who to the? Did you take Holden or did Holden take you?
We took a big murder fist trip to the zoo together.
Yeah, big fun group visit.
When was that?
Holden, how much does Murder Fist hate you right now?
4
do you
years
think?
ago.
A scale of 1 to 0?
Yeah.
0.
0. They love me.
What's that mean? That means we like you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Eddie?
No, Holden's not really pissing anyone off these days.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I stopped giving a shit about our future.
Good.
I kind of realized that we're going nowhere fast.
Yeah, just enjoy the ride down.
Enjoy the ride straight back
It's like
down.
a roller coaster.
Yeah, but just always
the best
going
part.
downward.
It's
Going down.
liberating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you're shackled, there's a certain liberation to not being able to move.
We were in LA several years ago when we thought we might maybe get to have a TV show or something, and then we realized that it was just a big trick to see Henry. And now that was when we went to the zoo.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, we went
also
out there for a week, had no shows, and went to the zoo and came back.
That's fun.
But Henry had like 8 meetings.
Well, of course, he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus. Let's do another news story.
An 8-year-old Colorado boy found a used condom at a playground and blew it up like a balloon, and now the unnamed child is undergoing tests for STDs.
Oh.
The
Oh,
boy,
you'll be fine.
He will be.
Yeah. The
Man
boys.
up. Man up, kid.
the boy's mother is speaking out to media to warn parents to educate their kids that condoms aren't toys. If your child sees one, they shouldn't touch it, and they should immediately tell an adult. The boy's mother, Alicia, said he's at risk for HIV, hepatitis C, herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia.
I don't think so.
Who is she?
Why is it bad that I blew on the balloon? Why did I
Yeah.
sit there and explain it to him?
A man put his dick in it.
Did you?
made
It's
the-
bad if you blew on the inside or the outside. They was both contaminated, Billy.
The boy
The man made yuck milk in it.
The boy found the condom at the playground at Bennett Elementary School, and his mother had to pull it from his mouth. She brought him into the restroom and washed his hands and the inside of his mouth thoroughly.
Those
this
fucking
kid's never-
kids, man. I mean, you know kids like that. They pick shit up all the time, just start chewing it. Remember those kids?
They're probably immune to AIDS. Get some kids' blood in you, and that's how Magic Johnson lives.
It's worth a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I never get sick, because
Yeah.
I was constantly putting shit in my mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We're just. I did the same thing. You're probably about to agree as well, right?
Absolutely.
You're not a germaphobe in the least,
No.
right?
One time when I was a kid, I kicked a tin can and I got rust inside of an open wound. It healed. I'm fine.
Yeah, you are fine, Amber. No obvious signs of any mental problems.
I bit one of my teachers when I was younger. I feel
Really?
like that could have done
That's
something.
No,
Why'd you bite? Did you draw blood?
Possibly. She dropped me immediately and slapped me across the face.
Oh,
So,
she picked you up?
you got
Even.
Danny,
You were a piece of shit, weren't you?
I was a little bastard.
sounds like it.
Yeah, she was totally right to do it. Nobody called anybody's parents that day.
No, absolutely not. Little biter. Hot teacher, huh?
She's pretty cute.
Mrs. Harrison was my teacher in 7th grade. She went to be a model in Chicago. She married very well. My friend Matt Schulis touched her pussy on accident.
On accident.
Yeah, he did.
How
he
was
did.
it an accident?
He was going back to
aiming
say
for her
something to me.
asshole?
No. He was going back to say something to me. He waved his hand right into her vagina, and I
Like
smelled that
inside?
hand. No, but it was very exciting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we had Miss Perry, hottest fucking gym teacher ever.
Yeah. Oh, gym teacher.
Gym teacher, yeah. And she was standing, she was 7th grade as well. She was standing, she was talking to my buddy Justin Landman. He was looking up, and she realized that he was looking up into her shorts. And then she grabbed him and pulled him in the office, and then like held him in the office and yelled at him a whole bunch, and then gave him a detention. He walked out like ear to ear grin.
Yeah.
He's just like completely worth it.
Absolutely, it was. Absolutely. The man went in a child and walked out a CEO. That's what happens. That's how you learn how to come the right way. A gym teacher screams at you and you get rock hard. I'll never forget. I went to one of those evangelical churches where they pass you out when the teacher or when the pastor touches your head, you pass out and you fall down. Did I tell this story on this show before?
I don't know.
Okay.
so.
So it was this big thing. So the pastor's going around touching people. They're all falling down. And, it's this whole theatrical event that's
laying
total
hands.
nonsense. Exactly. Laying on hands and speaking in tongues. So the guy passes me out. Basically, he pushes you over. He pushes you down. And then you're supposed to have your eyes shut and pray. And I opened my eyes right into a girl's skirt. I was looking right at her vagina. We met eyes, and we just started laughing together. And I masturbated then. It was great. It was one of my favorite experiences. I was 12 years old, and this girl was probably a similar age, and she was wearing white panties there. So that's kind of for church.
Now you're allowed to.
You
You're
gotta wear
allowed
white
to
pants
care
in
about that
church.
as long as you're still the boy when you're masturbating. You also have to pretend that you're a boy.
Yeah.
Why? Why wouldn't I?
I'm just saying.
Because maybe you're always attracted to 12-year-olds in white panties,
No, because you
I
don't
feel like
see
it's like
age.
I call
No,
it the
because you
Natalie
always
Portman
age.
thing.
I know a guy
when
that
you
can
jack
make you a
off-
doll.
No, when you're 12 years old. Okay, yes, I'm sure you do. When you are 12 years old and the crush that you had when you were 12, don't you age with them in your brain?
I feel like
You know what I'm
like
saying?
when I bang. We've talked about
You know
this
what I'm talking
before.
about, Marcus, right?
Yeah.
When I banged this big titted girl when I was 16, I'm still allowed to enjoy that, right?
Because you
think
guys
you
came
earn
up
it.
together.
yeah, right.
Yeah, you've earned it, so you can still masturbate to that memory.
Yeah.
Right, because but in your head, she's not like, oh, you don't think she's hot because she's 16.
But they're still sexually developed women. It's not like we fucked a kid and then we're masturbating to like an 8-year-old.
I didn't have sex until I was 18, so I'm all legal all the time.
Also, like a bed that's like made out of tits, and you laying in it and rolling around in it.
Oh, I had some. I mean, when I was that age, I had some pretty weird fantasies about like how I wanted my sex to happen.
What
'cause
do you
I didn't
want?
Really know. I had this whole thing about stopping time, and
yeah,
then
we all had
taking
that
off a
one.
chick's
The
clothes and
stopping
feeling them
time.
up.
Yeah.
And you know what I found out? There's Japanese pornography where dudes do that.
What do you mean?
And
It's like Zach Morris calls
Yes,
a timeout?
like, you call a timeout.
That's
the
where I
women
got the idea.
Yeah, the women are completely paused, and in the actual like Japanese porno videos, these women like have to stand perfectly still and like get fucked and pretend like they're frozen in time the entire sex session. Until
Well, it's not
Like
difficult to pretend like you're not having sex with a Japanese man.
Yeah. It's like Stephen Hawking rape,
Yeah. I didn't know that
He'd
was
be
a
fun to
thing.
rape.
So you just
It'd
want
be
to...
fun to rape.
What about...
That's the Mount Everest of rapes.
Rapes, yeah.
That's a weird thing to me. That's like a Bill Cosby thing, though. So you just want the person frozen in time? And
Well,
then
I don't want it anymore.
Right, yeah.
I like it when they move around now.
Well, yeah, good. It lets you know they're alive.
Yeah, when they
They are
squiggle
alive,
and
which
they
is key.
squirm.
They're alive. They're just stuck in time. It's like the Langoliers.
Oh, the Langoliers.
Langoliers.
Check it out. I
I never
found some
heard
of
of
this
such a thing.
stop time porn.
Oh my god.
I didn't know this was a thing.
There it is.
So there's a woman.
And she's like a real woman.
And she's
yeah,
doing
yeah.
a great job of acting. As far as...
And he can move her around. He can bend her. He can pose her.
Yeah.
This just seems like dudes that just want a woman to be still and not.
Why just
Do
just
anything.
get one of those child sex dolls if you want to do this?
Oh my god.
Seems fine.
No, it's not that
blurred.
bad.
That's hilarious.
Well, they blur
You
that
have to
big.
blur it. There are
Okay,
decency
so this
laws.
is some Japanese.
I love how they they'll rape a woman on camera, but you gotta blur the dick.
Oh my god! Oh,
that's a shame.
Yeah. Okay, so he came in her mouth and she dropped it. They're like an elderly person eating yogurt. Okay, so that's disgusting, and no one should want to do that. to anybody.
Well, now you have to watch everything.
So dumb.
She's just sitting there like, don't, like the whole time.
Don't what?
Yeah.
Right.
Call it Maki Hoju?
Yeah.
Is that what it said?
Maki Hoju?
Is that the Japanese term for it?
Maki Hoju. That's the name of the porn star, I believe.
Oh,
Okay, very exciting. All right.
Good plug for Maki Hoju on this show.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. She's
All
gonna
right.
be a big star.
She's gonna be huge. Everyone loves what she does.
Just keep being frozen in time and getting
Yep.
people to come in your mouth, and you'll make it.
The way you just sit still, it's just captivating. Marcus, is there another news story?
The Chinese government is working with police to crack down on so-called funeral strippers that are hired by families to attract large crowds.
I saw this. I heard about
Wait,
this.
what? Funeral strippers hired by families at the funeral home?
Yep, state media have said burlesque shows at some funerals aim to draw more mourners and show off the family's wealth in a practice that is infrequent, although gaining in popularity. Photographs of a dancer performing at a funeral in the city of Handan last month showed a woman removing her bra in front of onlookers, including children. That's the funeral strippers right there.
I feel like I should start putting money aside for this now, just in case. You know, so there will be a stripper at my funeral.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a stripper at your funeral. Your wife.
Ben, that was really good.
Thank you so much. So, Ben, I heard you had a great joke about Ed and his funeral and his stripper wife. I did, Ben. Ed, there's definitely going to be a stripper at your funeral. Your wife. Kind of a funny joke second time around.
Nice. It seems very New
Kinda
Orleans,
funny.
like celebrating life, but I
Yeah.
think they're just doing it to
It
attract
should
more
totally
Mormons.
be allowed. The Chinese are finally starting to get happy.
Now, the
Let
Ministry
them
of
enjoy
Culture,
themselves.
the
Oh,
Ministry
my
of
goodness.
Culture released a statement saying it was working with police to stop the practice, which it described as, quote, obscene. The practice was thought to bring good fortune to the deceased person in the afterlife.
I have no problem with it whatsoever, and I'll tell you, your wife's a stripper, Ed.
I like that Ed
Oh,
said
my.
he had to start saving for this now. Like, it's
Yeah.
$300, Ed.
Oh, well, you want
You're talking about a layaway plan over the next 20 years?
It's a cardboard box.
I will put some away.
Yeah.
It's
Ed,
actually
your wife's a whore bitch.
Gosh, that is funny. Eddie, Holden, I heard that you had a funny joke.
I'm
about Ed.
from Delaware.
Who are you?
Simon.
Okay.
My name is Simon.
Your name is Simon.
what do you do, Simon?
Jane. A job.
Good, good.
I was the Michael Myers Simon SNL sketch.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
I like to draw.
I recognized it immediately.
Yeah, as did I.
Danny, I heard you had a great story about Scientology.
So I walked by the Scientology building. There's Tom Cruise and John Travolta fucking.
Oh,
That's
And then they both sucked my dick.
isn't that something funny?
you know, you gotta be a real nice guy to stop fucking to suck someone else's dick.
That's a good point.
Tom Cruise does all his own stunts.
Isn't that something? Who knew, huh? All right, so strippers are in a Chinese wedding.
Yeah, it really is $300.
All right.
Yeah, specifically $322. The yuan to dollar currency rate, if
Yeah.
that stays in effect.
That's it for the strippers?
$322 to have the
That's not
strippers
bad.
show up at your
Eddie,
funeral.
I'll get you the strippers, Eddie.
I'll have Danny
Yeah.
play my funeral. He knows what he's doing.
Okay.
I have a good eye for strippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when there's death on the line, people are a little more horny. Example, my dad was in the ICU, and we were all spending the night in the care room next door. And like this one old man, he was a bug exterminator, and he just really wanted to have sex with me in that ICU unit.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God! And he knew that your dad was dying.
Yeah, yeah.
How'd it
yeah.
go, Amber?
I did not have sex with him.
You didn't.
Did you yell at him?
No, I think I was still in like a sense of like my
Just
dad's
shock?
gonna die. Yeah,
Yeah.
just sort of like everything's shocking.
This is actually
Lord.
a good time to talk to a gal.
Yeah.
Vulnerable?
Shocked.
Anyways, I feel like I just took the fun to a screeching halt.
Not
Do you
at
know
all.
that-
No,
It's
I
an
did.
interesting story.
Yeah.
It's better than half the news stories we had.
Could you
there's
make
no
it a
news
little
stories.
less bitty next time?
Yeah, take a couple punchlines out of that. And
What was
can't
the
believe it.
turn down? How did you say it? How did you word it?
I was just kind of like, my dad's monitor's beeping. I gotta go.
All right. So what
What
was,
did he
what was
say?
his line? Yeah.
I'm really trying to remember. It was stuff like he was looking straight at my tits, and he's like, "Do you want to go in the bathroom?"
you were
together?"
like, how old? 17?
This was like 5 years ago.
Oh,
so I was like 25.
Okay, it's not too bad.
43.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you know that he was a bug exterminator?
He told me, he was like, I'm a bug. He was like in a sense of pride. He's like, I'm a bug exterminator. I'll take you out. I got a real job, baby. Yeah.
Why was he there? Was he friends with your dad?
He had his ex-wife was in there, and
She was filled with bugs.
she was really bugs.
Gotta go fumigate the old wife.
But she was gonna die soon, and he was no longer there. But it was like her kids from another new man. They showed up in their wedding dresses and tuxes because they got married, and they wanted to come by and be like, "We just got married."
Oh my God.
And they just did like a little mock ceremony with
So they
her
could
there.
see him.
Yeah.
So she, oh. God, what a horrible exterminator. I wish you knew his name so we could try to put him out of business.
I mean, he's one of the best exterminators in the city, but, kind of a bad guy, it sounds like.
Well, China Central Television found large numbers of funeral performance troops operating in villages around the country. It singled out a group of burlesque dancers, the Red Rose Song and Dance Troupe.
This thing, we're going to need more than one girl.
Yeah.
At the funeral.
Otherwise it's like sad. If you get three's a good number.
Yeah.
Then it looks like they're starting a party.
A good, 8 to 10 high-spirited young ladies.
Yeah.
See, I'd rather a professional party girl than a stripper. There's a difference, man.
What is that difference?
A girl you pay to party as opposed to a girl that gets up and does the pole stuff.
As long as
she
she
doesn't
takes
want
her
to party.
clothes off.
Yeah, you want the one that's halfway in between a hooker and a stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah, where she'll hang out.
Yeah, but you pay her for
She's got a lot of
sex.
fun stories. Mm-hmm. That kind of deal.
Sounds like Ed's wife.
Yeah, that
Kind of a
dog
funny joke
bitch.
there.
God willing.
That
God willing.
fucking dog whore.
Kind of a funny joke. All right, so we're still on this. I went to the
I'm
bathroom.
never going to get married now.
Oh, you're not going to get. Oh, now?
Now, because of all these horrible things.
Yeah. Did you say a bunch of stuff when I was gone?
No, we were talking about strippers.
Yeah.
I love it.
How your
Somebody
asshole stinks.
Somebody on the chat actually brought up a pretty good point. You want a shots girl. That's what you want. Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to do
Shots
that.
girl.
There you go. Yeah, we could just get Amber.
Yeah.
There's people. Yeah, Amber.
She only costs $20.
How are the people on the chat doing?
They're doing great.
Hey,
What do they talk about? I don't understand this.
They were just talking about if dead people can get boners. And
Are they even listening?
Well, no, I mean, I don't think that they should be.
But yeah, they got great topics on their own.
yeah.
There's one guy that's like super into you, Amber. Every time you talk, he's like, I love that Amber. Every time. I think that's
right.
Butt Bag McButts that loves you.
All right.
Butt Bag McButts. I love him. Good job, man.
Oh, yeah? That's his real screen name?
Screen name, Butt Bag
Amber,
McButts.
if you would like to say something to Butt Bag McButts, this
No,
is your chance.
All right,
Thunder
Butt Bag.
Thunder Crab loves you as well.
Oh, Butt Bag and Thunder Crab. Wait, Butt Bag McButts and Thunder Crab, I thank you so much. I am truly honored that people who like me are clever enough to come up with insane screen names. So, good job, dudes.
Yeah.
Ed met his wife at the slut store.
Yeah, man.
Because it implies that Ed's wife is a slut.
You know, it's hard to even get invited to the slut store. It's a place, it's a certain kind of joint.
She's Italian.
Hold it, I heard you had a joke about how fat Ed's wife is.
Ed's
Ed's wife is so fat,
Yeah.
when she gets swamp ass, we gotta call in FEMA.
that's my joke.
Oh, I love
That was my joke. Thank you for telling me.
That's great.
By the way, I would just like to say, congratulations, Ed.
Thank
I
you,
didn't know you
Danny.
got married. This is so wonderful.
It is
So
Wonderful.
good. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And it's
It's
great to
been
hear that
wild.
she's a fat slut.
Oh, my God.
I always pictured you as one of those types.
Yeah,
With a big butt that's always shitting
Man.
Oh my God.
Into her own mouth.
into her mouth because it goes around. It goes over.
You know what
It's
I
like
heard,
that
Eddie?
Kim Kardashian picture, but backwards.
yeah.
Backwards.
Yeah, it shits into the champagne
in a
bottle.
champagne glass, and then she drinks on it.
I love it. I
What's her
heard you-
name, Ed?
What's her name? Susan.
Good.
Yeah.
Big fat,
Big fat,
beautiful,
big
slut.
fat Susan.
Big fat shitty Susan.
Yeah.
Covered Susan.
You know,
fun.
she comes brown.
It's all connected down there, huh?
Okay.
Like
So
her
you're
pussy's
down
a-
there and you
yeah.
see it, and it's brown.
Yeah.
Brown and like spider larvae. Like
Yeah.
just kind
Well,
of
when you're
cocooned.
eating that much shit every day, it's gonna do something to your body.
Yeah.
Right.
She doesn't squirt, she leaks.
Kind of like a faucet there. Kind of her vagina is sort of like a smoker coughing is what
Yeah,
it's,
she's kind of girl. Every time she giggles, she pisses. You know,
A lot or
She
just a
giggles a
little?
lot.
a little bit.
But
Just
you
a
don't
little.
like the female pee-pee.
Who does? You like
it's
female piss?
No.
You looked at me like you did.
Yes, you do.
do.
You've been pissed on. We've talked about this.
You've been
always
pissed
know.
on?
I have never.
Who the fuck likes piss, Ben? I never got
The
it.
Saudis
Hustler-
caused 9/11.
The-
What?
Okay, now we're talking about something real. Thank fucking God.
You know what?
Something real?
Every hustler, they have a girl pissing. In every single hustler.
Yeah, she's on the move.
It's so weird. It doesn't
She's a
make any
hustler.
sense.
And in every hustler, they never talk about Tower 7.
They never talk about it.
So think about that. What's the chat saying?
They just showed me this.
Of course, Tub
No,
Girl.
that's not good.
Tub Girl
That's
is
classic.
a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Too
like
old.
rotten.
Come up with a new girl shitting in her own mouth
Yeah.
picture.
That's
I
an
can
enema
find
thing.
one.
That's sort of a
Or
Gatorade
come
type
up with
thing.
a
Come on, guys,
conspiracy
let's
theory
stop.
porn.
All right,
Yeah.
let's keep it classy.
Conspiracy
Let's
theory?
move on. I don't want to do any more of the dookie stuff or the pee-pee talk. I'm over it. No one wants to hear about
Are
it.
you sure? 'Cause
Yes.
I just found a video called "Teen Shitting in Her Own Face."
You know what? I think we've seen
Oh,
enough.
I've seen this.
It's tough to
Yeah.
be a
How have
teenager.
you seen this?
It's just.
You
it's
like
very
it,
horrible.
Amber. You're into it. You've pissed
We've all
on dudes.
seen it. This was not like an old
I
thing.
don't have to look at it.
It's right up there.
I don't have to
It's
look
so
at
much easier for you to look at it now.
Oh,
Just
she's
look
got
at
a
it.
huge
Holden,
asshole.
just look at
Well,
it.
she's
That's
pro.
That's because
Look at
slow
Holden.
shit's coming
Holden,
out.
look.
Whoa.
Holden, look.
Ed's not looking. I don't have to look.
You know,
It's disgusting.
It is easier for me not to look when it's
All
up
right.
on the big screen.
Just
Amber,
judging
you
by
do
then I gotta
you
pull it
do the
back.
squirt
Healthy.
stuff, Amber, right?
It's fucking disgusting.
You don't do it?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like girls that squirt are crazy.
Oh, okay. All right.
You think the girls that squirt are crazy?
Yeah, I think they're crazy. The girls that squirt are crazy people.
Why? How?
I don't know. They're just crazy. I mean, I like
You're
them.
crazy.
Numbers.
I am crazy. But I still like
Different
them.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, different kind of crazy.
Yeah, not all crazy girls squirt, but all squirters are crazy. Is what
Yes.
you're
That's
saying.
absolutely untrue.
That's what she's saying.
I know it's a lie.
Name a sane squirter.
Margaret Thatcher was like, I almost got
I
it.
was a big fan of Margaret Snatcher. That's kind
My
of.
fucking dog's name.
And she squirts up a hound.
Holy Lord.
And super duper fucker on the chat said all my craziest exes were squirters.
Well,
Yeah, they're all crazy.
Dr. Amber Nelson coming up with a beautiful correlation between squirting and bipolar disorder.
love a good squirter. Feel free to come on over.
Danny used to date a chick with bipolar disorder, right?
And you live in Los Angeles.
She was crazy.
True, and I live by the Scientology belt.
She's truly crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I remember that.
no disparaging remarks about anyone, but I've dated a girl who was bipolar, a girl who was schizophrenic, and a girl who had borderline personality disorder. That's all
That's
different
fun.
people.
You like to play nurse.
You know, I just think they seem to be attracted to me, and I like that. I like that they
What's the
were.
best thing about dating somebody who is schizophrenic?
You know what? The first couple of months are great. They're like perfect women. It seems like, and then slowly they start to like hear voices and stuff, and then she tried to cut me with a knife.
Which
What'd you
disorder?
do to get cut with a knife?
I told her we probably shouldn't hang out as much anymore.
Oh, and then she cut you with a knife to prove your point.
Well, I went downstairs. I saw her kind of crazily staring at a knife, and I was like, hey, why don't you hand me that knife? And then she cut me with it
Wow.
Where'd she cut you?
on the hand.
Wow.
That's something.
And then what?
It's great.
Did you
And
hit
then,
her?
and then we got back together.
Oh my God,
You got
Danny,
to.
you idiot!
I would marry her. I love it. I love that. Was she a squirter?
No, not a
Which
squirter.
disorder fucked
She was
the
a
best?
herder.
Bipolar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fucking A, represent.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, we're real good at fucking.
Are you bipolar?
Oh, severely so.
How's it feel?
Not severely so.
Well, you didn't know me 10 years ago.
Yeah, well,
He's on the
Marcus is
Yeah.
on a lot of medication.
Yeah, I'm on a shit ton of medication.
medication, yeah, but you know, you're normal. You know, don't not call yourself normal.
Now he is on a bunch of
I mean,
medication.
you're
Yeah.
obsessed with bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your thing? There's always
You
like
have
a
to
thing.
frame it like Byron. Marcus, I hear you have a story about bones.
Bones? And bipolar disorder.
Yeah, you did a bad job at it, Ben.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
That's
I'm
why
done.
Byron Allen has $300 million.
He has $300 million. Marcus, any other news stories?
Yeah, we got one more. A family in Kenya is reeling in shock after its cow developed a liking for flesh about a week ago. Mr. Charles Mumboleo on Wednesday said he woke up to find the cow feeding on one of his sheep that it had gored to death.
Cool.
The following day, it fed on another sheep, having given fresh fodder and water in its feeding trough a wide berth.
All right, now it's time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
Now it's time for a segment from Old McNeely.
Wait, hold on. We just gonna go past the man-eating
Yeah,
cow?
Eddie, you were on your phone.
I'm sorry. Well, just because I'm on my phone, that you can't say something back.
we all just
you can't have a comment.
Isn't that something, Eddie? Well, maybe you need to realize how important you are to the show.
Oh, yeah,
my
because
God.
it's like...
Who was texting? Hollywood was texting?
Was Hollywood texting?
My girlfriend's outside.
Your girlfriend's outside. Why don't we bring her in? Bring her in, Eddie.
ass in.
Bring her in, Eddie.
her
Bring
fucking ass
She's
in.
in the street, though.
Oh.
All right.
All right, well, somebody
Getting
do an
hit?
impression of her or something so we can get this started.
Oh, breasts are out. My breasts are out.
How you doing, baby? It's so nice to see you.
No.
I love you so much.
Can you bring her? Tell her to come back to the
She's
studio.
not here yet.
I'm right here.
Oh, God.
I'm just happy for the people who are on the live stream
love
because this
you.
episode's not getting released.
What do you mean? Why not? This is good stuff.
Unreleasable.
You're unreleasable.
You're unreleasable. I was doing his character. All right, you bitches want a segment, so you'll get your fucking segment.
Danny, now you did this show 4 years ago. How has it digressed?
I think it's evolved greatly
Okay.
Thank you.
into a mainly Holden starring vehicle.
It is. This is all of our. This is our gift for Holden.
This is my Star Wars.
Yes.
All right, so we asked for a segment. Once a week, we deliver a segment, right? The crowd asks, we deliver.
Yeah,
Right?
they're very popular.
Before I even go on, I just have to say I really hate when really hot girls call themselves dorks.
This is what.
It's
Okay.
a pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
All right, so it's the summer, right?
Right.
Summer fun, right? I didn't run this segment by you, Marcus, but I hope it works. We may have done it before, but it's one that you could do again.
Okay.
It's
Marcus,
4 years. We could start
we can
doing them
recycle,
over.
and it's the summer. Marcus needs to go on a vacation.
Oh, man, do I?
We are travel agents, and he's got millions of dollars, and he's
She's
gonna pay
unlimited money to spend on this.
unlimited money to spend on the vacation. So it's up to you to decide what vacation you want to take him on.
$8 million. Let's cap it at $8 million.
All right.
Well, that's unlimited.
10 million.
8, 9.
Okay,
All right.
9 million. We got him up a little bit. All
That's
right.
a great travel agent right there.
There you
What
go.
did you guys just
see?
negotiate? Huh? What was that negotiation?
9 million.
Holden's got $1 million out of Marcus.
I got $1 million.
You fucking
guys
sat
have
there
8
like a
million.
lump on a log. Holden got $1 million out of it.
I didn't know business was happening. I wasn't aware I was in the Shark Tank.
Asshole.
All right. All right.
A lot of future millionaires in this room.
Whatever. All right. I'm done with the whole goddamn thing.
Ben's gonna want to tag along. So the first things first, we take $1 million and we give him the technology. We give him the Oculus. We give him the little boy porn. We give him the little boy asshole pocket pussy.
Ben?
Yeah. To
Okay.
get rid of him. So he's gonna want to tag along.
Nah.
That's gonna be $1 million right
I want
there.
to hang out with you.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll give him the thing. It'll go away.
Cool.
Okay. Number 2.
I'm gone.
He's getting out of there. All right.
I don't want to be with you. I
Okay.
never wanted to go on the trip.
We're doing.
You don't even know where the trip is.
You better call out for 2 months, dude.
2
We're-
months?
We're buying a fucking Subway franchise in fucking Oklahoma.
Can
dog.
I go with you?
No. We're gonna Subway. It's gonna be a gas station rest stop Subway.
That's
right.
the vacation.
Subway sandwiches, dude. We're slanging sandwiches.
Can I mop the
We're meeting
floors?
chicks. We're eating bush. We're fucking cutting bush.
The
eating
land
bush.
of Bush,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, the land of fat bush, dude.
There's so
You never
many
s-
hot girls in Oklahoma.
Exactly.
There
You're
are
like,
a
is that
couple,
a
yeah.
beard or is her pussy hair coming out her shirt? And it is, dude. It is. Her pussy hair's that big. It's fucking coming
Right.
out the top of her shirt and covering her chin.
Okay.
It's fucking gross. And we'll fucking chop it up and eat it up, man. We'll put it in parsley bits in the sandwiches and shit. We're hanging out 2 months in Oklahoma.
Me and you.
In the middle of the heat.
Just me and you.
Chilling, dude.
$9 million. You're going to work at a
No,
Subway.
8 million, because 1 million's going to the technology so you can be fucking the little boy plastic pussy. For
I don't want to have sex with a little boy
It will
plastic
happen.
pussy.
Don't worry, Ben.
If it's a gift, you gotta use
Look,
it.
I understand.
gonna
Ben,
use it.
I understand.
You don't have to claim it
I
on
don't
your
want to
taxes.
use it. I don't want to use the little boy.
Of course you have to say that because this is the radio and you want to run for mayor someday, but that doesn't mean that we can't say ourselves that we're going to give them the technology. Rest the 8 million, we buy the subway, we hang out.
Yeah.
Chopping bush hairs, slinging sandwiches.
Where in Oklahoma?
The tip? Where is that? I don't know.
The panhandle.
The panhandle. There you go.
Panhandle.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot how Oklahoma was shaped. So I was trying to think of that. But yeah, pretty much. You know, if we want to take a vacation from our vacation, too, we could
because we're probably gonna want to. Because working at Subway isn't all that fun.
Oakland Raiders spring training, right, or something, or we'll just go to the stadium, break in, and fucking light fires in it. And shit.
Cool. Sounds good. Danny?
Very good.
What are we talking about?
$9 million vacation for Marcus.
Oh, God.
You can't do Subway franchise. I did Subway franchise.
All right. Giant donation to Scientology. We joined the Rehabilitation Project Force. We have a 4-way, you, me, Travolta, and Cruz.
Oh, all right.
What level does that get you? What Phaeton
You
level?
immediately go to OT4.
Okay.
Only 4? Well, I guess I'll skip a lot.
Yeah, you skip all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
You skip all the bullshit. You go to the cool alien fucking shit.
Then you see, what's the name? Zebu?
Xenu.
Xenu.
Yeah, Planet Xenu.
Zebu.
Sounds cute.
But how fat is Ed's wife? We could tell jokes all day. But let's see here. Marcus, you're on a lot of medication because you have to fit into mainstream society. Danny Solomon has to go. Danny, goodbye.
You guys are all great.
I love you, buddy.
So what I'm going to say is no medication. We're going to the middle of the woods. And we're just going to live like wild savages, like wild human beings for about 3 weeks. We're going to eat whatever we want to eat, kill whatever we have to kill, and just live how humans were supposed to live. Truly relax.
What about the money?
Fuck the money. We burn the money. We cook with the money. We can go to Costco.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll spend $8 million at Costco, so you can imagine the amount of food, the booze that we can buy with that.
We can buy a whole Costco.
Hammocks, everything you want, tents. And we just go in and we live in the woods for 3 fucking weeks, and we just, guns. We have a bunch of guns, bunch of knives, kill all our animals, do whatever we want to do, and off our medication.
Great.
Boom.
All right. I actually...
That's super fun sounding.
You know what? That is truly a vacation from myself.
I kind of want to do it in real life.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do it.
No, absolutely. No, we could do it. Eddie, you can come.
It's very...
I'm not coming.
Okay.
Come on.
No, absolutely not. Marcus, it was a little similar to Ben's, so I'm gonna switch it up. We're gonna send you to New Zealand.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna go out to New Zealand, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy, a Lord of the Rings castle for a month.
Ooh.
And you're gonna live in a Lord of the Rings castle for a month, but we're gonna take care of everything else. Like it's not gonna be Lord of the Rings castle. We're gonna pretend like you're the king of England.
Hey!
And we're gonna bring in people to be subjects and they eat chickens in the street and shit like that.
Cool. And I can make decrees?
You do whatever you want, but you can't kill them.
Okay.
You can't kill them.
That's fine.
You can't but you can threaten it. You can slap them. You can fuck them.
Okay.
You can bite them.
Ooh, okay.
But you can't kill them.
Okay.
And then they'll serve you pig and. They'll put on little shows for you and your castle and your
Love pig.
Yeah, and then whatever you want, whatever they got, as much $8-9 million we'll buy, we're gonna have there. Because we're not coming home
with it, Eddie. Jesus
What do you mean
Christ.
move on with it? This is good stuff.
Okay.
What's wrong?
What do you not like about it?
I didn't listen.
Then what's going on? Are you serious?
I'm just shouting out to move on.
What a bastard! What a giant bastard!
You've gotten bad at hosting.
Don't tell the truth, Eddie. No. All right. No. I'm not going to deal with
The internal monologue is just like, oh, me's not paying attention. I think me needs him to move on. Move on, man, Eddie.
Okay, you're done, Holden.
I'm done
Eddie,
too.
continue.
No, I'm done. Actually.
continue.
That was all.
Finished now.
No,
We're
Ed,
all
continue.
finished now.
Move on, Eddie.
I mean, I don't think I need to top what I already gave.
Okay, good.
I'll do mine.
So
all
I
right?
won, Marcus?
Singing sensation, right?
You
We're
already
gonna go
did
to
yours.
Thailand.
You already did yours.
That's correct.
Okay, Marcus, who wins?
I'm gonna go work at Subway for a couple months. Fuck it.
Yeah! It's been so long since I've won one. I know it's only because
Come
there's three
home, you
people
make
here.
money. You know,
Yeah.
you're coming home with money in
You
pocket.
leave money,
Yeah.
you make money, you bring money, you take
Reconnecting
money.
with the common man.
Ben gets the butthole. Everybody wins.
All right.
And then this
Everybody
is
wins.
a cash cow that's going to keep coming in.
Yeah,
Cash
like your
should be
fucking
coming in.
whore wife.
Oh my god.
God, I love that
Like a
joke.
cash cow.
That was funny.
man.
God, comedy. We're good at comedy. Very funny. All right, well, that's this episode of Roundtable. Holden, you're here. Ed's here. I'm here. Marcus is here.
We lost the rest of the crew.
We lost our
Everybody,
guests.
so they don't get any sort of acknowledgement that they
guests
were here.
No,
left.
but you come see us on Saturday night at 11 at the Pit for ClickFest.
Oh yes, Saturday. So May 2nd.
May 2nd.
We're going to be at the Pit, 11 p.m. Right?
Yeah, 11 p.m. downstairs. When animals attack, we're going to show a bunch of animal attack videos and
Yes.
have fun.
And I want to say a personal thank you from Marcus and myself to Holden McNeely and Ed Larson for being the guests on the last Podcast on the Left live show.
Hey, you're
you guys
welcome.
were
Thank you
great.
both.
That was super,
That was a lot
super
of fun.
fun.
That was super
and,
fun.
And if you did go to that show, you can expect a similar hilarious experience on May 2nd.
Yes.
I'll tell you guys, there's a lot of cuties there.
there really were.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't believe
not
there was
being
attractive
facetious.
women
Yeah.
around.
No, we
Some
haven't-
girl was ready to fuck me because she thought I was Henry.
Really?
It was so funny.
Oh, that's
Wow.
funny.
Yeah, she's
She
like,
thought you were Henry?
she thought I was Henry, and she was flirting with me.
Really?
Yeah, and then she started calling me Henry and telling me she's been following my work. I'm like, well, you should
Obviously.
follow it a little closer.
You and Henry could not look more different.
Yeah, I know. TV and movie star that you could see the face of a lot.
Right.
That guy's work.
That is hilarious. Well, you should have followed through with it.
You know.
It doesn't matter. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you soon, I suppose. Oh, follow us on Twitter.
I want to plug my bugs.
Okay, plug your bug. Plug a bug.
Well, I got grasshopper and I got little cricket.
For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com.